Not blinking much, not making a sound, just watching. And for a moment, it feels strange, almost unsettling. But the truth is, your cat isn't watching you because something is wrong. They're watching because something feels right. And what it really means at the end might change how you understand every silent night you've ever shared with them. The first hidden meaning is simple. Your cat is most aware when the world is quiet. At night, everything changes for them. The sounds disappear. The movement slows. The energy of the house shifts into stillness. And in that stillness, you become the most important thing in the room. You are no longer moving, no longer unpredictable, just present. So your cat observes you, carefully, quietly, closely, not because they are waiting for something to happen, but because nothing happening feels important enough to look away. But that's not the most important part. Sometimes your cat watches you while you sleep because they are checking something deeper than behavior. They are checking safety. Cats are instinctively alert creatures. Even when they are relaxed, part of their awareness always stays active. When you fall asleep, you enter a state where you are no longer responsive. Your breathing changes. Your movement stops. Your awareness disappears. To you, that is rest. To your cat, it can feel like vulnerability. So they stay nearby, watching, monitoring. Not because they expect danger, but because they are making sure there is none. And in that quiet observation, something emotional begins to form. Trust. Because your cat does not stay close like this with just anyone. They do not guard silence unless they feel connected to it. And here's where it gets deeper. Sometimes your cat watches you while you sleep because you are their anchor. Throughout the day you move through different spaces, different moods, different energies. Your cat follows, observes, adapts. But at night, everything settles. And in that stillness, they return to the one constant in their world, you. Watching you becomes a grounding behavior, a way to confirm stability, a way to feel that their world is still intact. Even your breathing becomes a rhythm they recognize, something predictable, something safe. And most people miss this next one. Your cat may also be expressing something emotional they cannot show during the day. Cats are subtle with affection. They don't always seek attention in obvious ways. Instead, they choose moments when you cannot respond to express closeness. Night becomes that moment. When you are asleep, there is no expectation, no movement, no reaction, no interruption. So your cat can simply exist near you, without pressure, without demand, without hesitation. And in that space, their presence becomes a form of connection. Not loud, not visible, but deeply intentional. It is their quiet way of saying, I am here with you. And here's where it becomes more personal. Sometimes, your cat watches you because they are studying you. Not in a fearful way, but in a deeply instinctive one. Cats learn through observation. They understand patterns. They memorize behaviors. They read emotional rhythms. When you sleep, you reveal your most natural state, your unguarded self. Your cat notices how you breathe when you are calm, how you shift when you are uncomfortable, how your body relaxes when you feel safe. Over time, this becomes familiar information to them, a pattern they trust. So watching you becomes part curiosity, part reassurance, a way to confirm that you are still the same safe presence they know. But the final meaning is the one that stays with you the most. If your cat watches you while you sleep regularly, it is not random behavior. It is a reflection of emotional bonding that runs deeper than most people realize. Because cats do not maintain silent attention without reason. They do not stay near something that feels uncertain for long periods. They choose proximity when they feel connected. They choose observation when they feel safe. They choose silence when they feel trust. And your sleep becomes the moment where all three align. But there is something important to understand. If this behavior suddenly changes, if your cat stops watching you, if they begin avoiding your presence at night, it can signal that something in their emotional world has shifted. Not always serious, but always meaningful. It could be stress. It could be discomfort. It could be a change in routine or environment. Or it could simply be a shift in how they feel connected to you. Cats rarely change silent habits without reason, because silent habits are where their emotions live most clearly. So when they watch you, it means something is stable. When they stop, it means something has moved. And that is what makes this behavior so powerful. Because it is not about staring. It is about presence. It is about trust existing in the quietest form possible. No sound, no movement, just awareness. And in that stillness, your cat is not just observing you sleep. They are choosing to stay close in the only way that feels completely safe to them. And to your cat, that silence is not emptiness.